All right, everybody. Hey, and welcome. We are now going to make a video. Like I said, I was being productive today. Let's show you. I had a guy in my other comments on my other video ask me, hey, what stats are you using for Ninja for all this nonsense? And I'll show you. I do have to put a disclaimer out. This is not 100% guaranteed a win run. It is my fastest runs. And I just checked my RSL helper. We won 21 out of 24 runs. It's 87.5% win percentage. Um, I'm doing it. I gotta mute this. Let me just go ahead and mute my speakers. Sorry about that. So, anyways, let's just get into it with him, right? It's inconsistent because of Seer. She can just proc, 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 nuke, nuke, nuke when you don't want her to. But she's the fastest way to get to the boss. So, um, so this is what I'm running. I have him in lifesteal. He's absolutely has to be in lifesteal for this. I'm at 214 speed, about 75% crit rate. We have him there because Mausoleum Mage gives increased crit rate. 241 crit damage, 255 accuracy, and about 3000 attack. Um, Accuracy on the banner, crit damage on the amulet, obviously. I want him to have some survivability, so I put him in this. Uh, let's see. I could grind this up and he'd probably be more. There's a discussion I was having with my buddy Chris, and we were like, well, we could pump his resistance up over 300 and see how that goes. I really don't want to put any more effort into him. He is a decent, very decent champion, right? I mean, he's free. That's great. Um, would I recommend him for endgame players? Probably not. He's great with me because my runs for Ice Golem weren't fabulous. Like they would take over 2 minutes. Even I'm very endgame. I'm level 100. I have all these void legendaries. I got a lot of time and effort put into this game. Mainly because nobody really wants to farm Ice Golem because Ice Golem kind of sucks, right? The only thing you actually want out of there, it's quite a few things now. If we go pop over into Ice Golem, before we do, let's just go over masteries. Standard build. You want him to go faster when the allies die because they will. And you want Wrath of the Slain because you want him to deal more damage the more your allies are dead. The whole premise of this run is to make it so he is kind of like Frozen Banshee, where she just boom, 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 just starts throwing, globs of poison on the boss because everybody's dead but her because she's in lifesteal. But let's kind of go over and look at the Ice Golem. Let's see what's my fastest run here. On 24, it's minute 13. That was my ninja run I showcased, which I thought was cool, but that was all things just landing perfectly. Um, if his random attack for the AoE, that Hailstrom or Hailfire or whatever, if that wasn't random and that was everybody, oh my goodness, that'd be great. People would be using him and Sissia against against Spider 25. But here's some sets that you want to go after while you're in Ice Golem, right? Resistance, top notch, end game, Doom Tower, Arena. You're gonna want it. You're gonna need it. Especially when you're doing these kind of runs where you want to build somebody in high resistance gear so they can fight against bosses solo. Like Bad Alcazar can do it if you have high resistance, high accuracy on him, very sustainability, stuff like that. Tomb Lord can too, which as soon as I get my books, I'm booking up that Tomb Lord baby. Retaliation, you know, um, this set is so good for Skull Crown and Sinesha. If you're playing a defensive team in Arena and you're going second, you're going to get hit a lot. Your Skull Crown and your Sinesha are going to proc this more than you think, and it's amazing. Taunt is niche but very good set. I actually have my Angar I pulled a while ago. I have him put into Taunt. I don't have the Taunt leveled up yet, but they're good pieces before they're even leveled up, which is great. Reflex is now, I would say, top shelf of the gear. 40% chance to reduce random skill cooldown. This has become so much better because of us being able to choose the AI and how it works with our champions during runs. It sucks we only have so many like team compositions you can come up with, but it's still very good. Um, Especially with Cold Heart, just imagine if you're doing like Spider 25 and you don't have a Kymar, you or Renegade, you can set it up to where your team will outlast the Spider. You just turn meter control, and then you can just have your Cold Heart just keep, the only ability they're using that goes on cooldowns is their A3, their Heartseeker, which you have about 40% chance of reducing the skill cooldown. It's pretty good. People actually use this for Bad Alcazar too, the reflex set. Uh, yeah, so let's go into it. Here's our guys, and let's just kind of cover what they're doing. So we have one legendary, and it's Kymar for the reset. I like him over Renegade in this because I make him prioritize or open with Phantom Fire and never do Abyssal Gaze, because that way he just stacks more poisons. Because I do have mine built for crit, as you can see. His Seal of Magic is what you want, and you don't want him doing it first because he's the fastest guy on my team. You want him to do his thing, clear the first wave, get to the second wave, then he will do Seal of Magic, and then it's just Phantom Fire and Seal of Magic for the rest of the fight. Don't let him do Abyssal Gaze. You want poisons to land. Those are going to help you out a ton, make the run more consistent. I have him in... I have hybrid builds for a lot of my champions because I don't have enough gear to go around to... in enough resources, period, to just make people, all right, this is your job and only your job. I don't have enough for that. But I got enough to hybrid people. I have him for dungeons, but I also have him for arena. That's why he has this extra accuracy. If we go and look, his accuracy is way too high for any dungeon content. So that may be Doom Tower, Sorath, Frostbiter, but that's what it is. 265 speed, and I have him on high accuracy, which really isn't needed for this. You need him just over 220 accuracy to land the poisons and to have 100% crit rate. Actually, you don't even need 100% because he's positive affinity. You only need him at 85, I believe. So our next person is, let's go over to my Seer, who I bit the bullet and I said, yes, I finally had enough. This bitch is going in Savage Gear. And I was so afraid. I was like, I don't know how many I'm going to ruin, how many people. I didn't ruin anybody. I'm still able to go through Doom Tower hard, no problem. She still has decent accuracy. 193 speed, I wish that was higher, just over 200, but, with some glyphs, I bet you I can get there. 100% crit rate, perfect. 282% crit damage. And, yeah. And she's in Savage with crit damage set. And her masteries are as such. I have her down to Flawless Execution. People would argue for Helm Smasher. I'm not wasting any gems to redo it and get her down to Helm Smash. I'm just not. It's not worth it. Yeah, she works great. Let's see if could I glyph a couple more speed. Oh yeah, I can get one there. None there. None there. Get some there. None there. If I had more accuracy or faster crit damage boot, I would, but I got a lot of good accuracy on that. Good accuracy on that too. As you see, I'm using a hit point percent chest. You don't need attack percent on her. Her damage comes from her removing buffs. That's why you just put her in Savage, because it actually applies for the attack. Let's see. Who else do we have? Mazo Mage. He's my boy. I love Mazo. He's just in a random refresh piece. It doesn't matter. I have him on high resistance, 447. Not terribly high, but high enough for all the dungeon content I want him to be in, plus Doom Tower. And I have him fast at 251. Yep. And just random pieces, Resistance Banner, Resistance Chest Piece, yep. And then Masteries are as such, since he's used for dungeon content, PvE, I have him down here for War Master. Who else did we have? We got Ninja, which I think we already went over all his stuff. He is fully booked out. You need him to be fully booked out. You do. That's the sad part about Ninja. I personally think he needs to be fully booked out. Personally. Let's see. Who else? Oh, the most important person in this run. I have tried so many others. I literally have. I have Lydia. I have tried Tyrell. I've tried Chris. Chris will work, but it just takes too long. This is your man. This is your boy, your Bambaroni. You're brony. You know what? That's what he's in. He's a support man. I have him in lifesteal because I want him and Ninja to be the only ones alive at the end of the fight. He needs to keep up his decrease attack and decrease defense. The attack is the important part. That's why Ninja gets to live most of the time. His Leader of the Pack passive is so good because you just get an extra buff if stuff just doesn't go your way. And his decreased speed on his A1 is just great. 30, 40, it's a 50% chance to place it, and you hit him twice. So I think that's like, what, 75% chance? His masters are as follows. It's just, he's a PvE guy. And I went away from him for a long time because I got Lydia, and I got a bunch of other different legendaries that are, you think these guys are better, but they're not. They're better in certain assets, but not all around. Stag Knight, endgame. You know what I love about him? He reminds me, because Robert Baratheon from Game of Thrones, he was a Stag Knight, you know. When they describe him in the books, this is literally what he looks like. The color's a little different, and he doesn't use a shield. He uses a two-handed warhammer. But every time I look at Stag Knight, I think Robert Baratheon. And I don't think I missed anybody. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, nope, got it. So here we go. And then let's go into the presets, right? I need to rename this as my IG20. IG20. Save. You don't want her ever doing her clan banner. You want her to, well, see, I'm wondering if, let's take that off, see if this run doesn't go any better. We'll take that off. Karma Burn will make her opener. And I think it's going to be her first choice. Him, no Abyssal Gaze, open with Phantom Fire. Perfect. Ninja, leave him as he is. He does just fine. Mazo, leave him as he does just fine. Stag Knight, leave him as he is. Does just fine. But the key thing is to remember, though, you want Stag Knight going before Seer. And Seer is going to pick up a ton of speed through the dungeon because of all the enemies she kills, because she has that mastery. Alright. And here we go. So there you go. He brings it in. Ninja goes before her. And alright, now next we're going to reset here. Seal of Magic. Everything. And this is a perfect run to the boss. Gets there in 15 seconds. 16. And then Stag Knight just starts harassing these two ads. These ads are the bane of your existence, alright? This one on the left puts a heal block. That sucks, right? The one on the right will strip buffs from your team, which is good sometimes and bad other times because she will, she's just a turd. Because she's going to, ult and then make him slam the ground. Like right now, Frigid Vengeance. And he does it at certain percentages of the fight. Decrease speed. I like how they target that left one because he is a pain in the ass. And he's down again. Slam. There we go. We're at a minute 21. With good RNG, you get better chances at stuff, And then, yeah, it's just these guys. That's a dead boss. Honestly, sub 2 minutes is a great run for Ice Golem. Let's do it again. I like when it goes over a minute, and then we're doing pretty hot to chot. But there you go. Reset. As I've said in my previous videos, Ninja's saving grace is his A3 that freezes. That saves him here. Like, he was literally built for Ice Golem, I believe. Ice Golem and Clan Boss. You could even argue for Dragon. I mean, because it's not a hard stretch. But the fact that the AI targets the ads first and then goes for the main boss is great. There we go. Thud. He's going to, wins a purge. I almost want to make it so Mazo does not do purging winds, so it's a higher chance that everybody dies. But I mean, look, we're almost at a minute. He's almost dead, and it's about to happen because they're going to start targeting him. Yep, here we go. Does not matter. Wham. They're going to target Stag because he is not the strong affinity. Dead. Minute 15. Very good. Now you do get scared. You're like, oh no, it's happening. Ah! But it's fine. It's fine. He needs to die, she needs to die, and Mazda needs to die for the run to be faster. So that's okay that that happens. They're built that way. You know what I mean? I have a theory, by the way, because I was thinking about it. Because that interview with Cirilla came out last week, and new content's coming out, new Doom Tower bosses, and they're going to be a lot harder. And I'm excited. You know, you're an endgame player. You want to do more. You want to do better. You want to constantly be tested. It's a gratification thing. That's why Dark Souls works so well, because you lose, 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 and lose. But then when you finally beat that boss, it's amazing. You just feel great, like you accomplished something. In this game, it's a bit different because you put money into this game, and then you're supposed to do better. Essentially, the more time and money you put into it. If you're free to play, it's literally just all the time you put into it and being very calculating. Um, but you do get the same kind of like neuron activity gratification when you're like, I just beat Sorath, fuck her, I win, you know, kind of thing. Like I beat Doom Tower hard, I beat Doom Tower normal. Oh my god, I just autoed Spider 25 under a minute. Things like that. Those are, you know, it's meant to do that. But I have a theory that one of the bosses in the next Doom Tower or next content segment, because they were kind of hinting at, you know, new strategies that we might need. I think one of them's going to need a heal reduction, and that's a bad piece anyways. Fuck, I hate that set. But I think that set might be needed because I don't think I have any. Let's take a look here. Ah, get me out of here. Filter equipped curse. I have none. It shows up around here. I have none because it is such a shit set. It's one of the few sets now where I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Let's see. Let's do another run just to kind of go over it. Let's slow it down a little bit. Then we'll do a third run just to kind of like verify, right? Times 1 speed. A1, put the poisons out, bring it down. Beautiful. Ninja doing his thing. I've noticed he always targets that chick in the back when he does that. Here we go. Seal of Magic. Boom. I'll even run this with a Renegade to do a comparison because that's more of a, you know, free to play friendly because you only need, you know, Kymar is hard to get. It took me over 2 years to get a Kymar, and it was a random thing. I was just opening Sacred Shards. I was like, fuck it, let's open one of these things, and boom, got it, and I was so happy. I was literally jumping for joy. I was like, yes, finally, I can start speed farming dungeons. Because at the time, I was only speed farming Spider, because I had it set up to do 3 nukers and with Lydia, you know. Frigid Vengeance. Boom. I thought about running Yoshi in this team, because you can put, I think, decrease accuracy, or is it Ruel? I can't remember. It's one of the two. Put a decrease accuracy and maybe a hex buff and try and see how that goes. Experimenting a little bit. Let's speed her up a little bit here, shall we? We're already over a minute 32. I think having Seer being okay with using her buff cast is better because she won't automatically hit the boss and trigger Frigid Vengeance, so I think it might be more consistent, but might be a little bit slower. I don't know. And yep. And the team is staying alive. Why? Because of Stag Knight. He's constantly putting up decreased attack. Sell that. Taunt's even a decent set. I'll make that case. All right, so let's go one more time, and let's just have it go 2 times. Boom. Boom. And we're off to the races. On to the boss. Putting up them poisons. I love that they hate that left ad. Just get him out of here. We'll take that. And they're gone. Slam. There you go. Purging Wind. Maybe it's a good idea that we don't take that off of his toolbar then. Alright. Our two homeboys here. Oh, look at him gain that life back. And freeze the ad. We're just going to be... There you go. Minute 9. That's pretty fast, considering my fastest time is 57 seconds. But I think that is going to do it, folks. Again, this is just my take on where I think he's best at. Currently, I think he's just going to be good in Ice Golem. I even have him in a defensive chest because I want him to survive. But alright, guys. Have yourselves a great day. It was great talking with you. Just throw a comment down the bottom of the video there and let me know any other things you want to see on the channel. Have a good day.